Here's something that might surprise you. There is no devil in the Hebrew Bible, no cosmic evil force battling God, no demon that made you do it. And this isn't a gap in the text, it's the whole point. What if the difference between monotheism and polytheism isn't about counting gods, one versus many, but about something far more radical? To understand biblical monotheism, we need to see what it rejected. Right? In pagan worldviews, gods emerge from something, primordial chaos, a cosmic womb, an eternal realm of forces. Even the mightiest gods are subject to fate, cosmic law, or powers beyond themselves. Scholars call this the Metadivine Realm, the cosmic order that exists beyond and constrains the gods themselves. This realm is the source of magic, mythology, and the god's own limitations. Biblical monotheism eliminates this entirely. God doesn't emerge from anything. He has no origin story, no theogony. That's a story of divine birth. Genesis simply opens. In the beginning, God created. He already is. This creates an unlimited God, timeless, ageless, eternal, the absolute source of all being. Nothing precedes him. Nothing constrains him. There is no cosmic ceiling above the biblical God, and this is the revolutionary break. The consequences cascade from this single structural change. First, no mythology. God has no life story, no divine consort, no aging or dying. He doesn't participate in cosmic dramas because there's no cosmic realm for dramas to unfold in. Second, nature becomes demythologized. The world is a stage for God's will, not a collection of divine forces. The sun isn't a god, it's a lamp God hung in the sky. Third, an absolute divine human distinction. Apotheosis, humans becoming gods, never happens. Originally, no afterlife concept exists at all. Right? People live their years, and that's the end. Right? These aren't abstract theological points. They transform everything, starting with magic. Right? In pagan systems, magic works because power inheres in substances, words, and rituals. Speak the right incantation, mix the right ingredients, perform the right ceremony, and you tap the Metadivine Realm. You access power that even gods must respect. Right? If that realm doesn't exist, magic becomes impossible in principle. The Bible contains magical seeming phenomena, Moses' staff, Elijah's miracles, but editors consistently reframe them. Events happen because God willed them, not because rituals compelled them. Right? The staff has no power, God has power. Magic becomes sin because it presupposes a false worldview that something can constrain or manipulate God. Now, the ethical revolution, evil demythologized. In pagan thought, evil gods and demons exist as cosmic forces. Sin could be demonic possession, something invaded you, took control. The cure, magical exorcism, drive out the demon. But if God is the source of all being and is inherently good, there cannot be an independent realm of evil opposing him. Evil has no cosmic address. Genesis 4 shows this framework in action. God once came, sin couches at the door. Its urge is toward you, yet you can be its master. Right? Evil is personified poetically. It crouches, it has urges, but the message is unmistakable. This is a moral choice. Cain has agency. No demon possesses Cain. No evil force controls him. He alone bears responsibility for what happens next. This is both liberating and demanding. Liberating because you have genuine agency. You're not a puppet of cosmic forces. Demanding because you cannot escape accountability. The devil made me do it is not a biblical concept. Sin in the Hebrew Bible is always fundamentally a human choice, and humans must answer for their choices. Ritual transforms too. Israelite festivals look similar to pagan festivals. Same agricultural calendar, same seasonal timing, but they function differently. Pagan festivals celebrate events in a god's mythological life. The spring festival marks the god's rebirth after winter death. Right? The harvest festival celebrates divine fertility returning. Israelite festivals are historicized. transformed from mythological to historical meaning. Passover commemorates the Exodus, a national historical event. Shavuot marks the giving of Torah. Sukkot remembers wilderness wandering, same form, transformed function. So what's the takeaway? Why does this structural difference matter? Right? Here's the key insight. The difference between monotheism and polytheism is not arithmetic. Right? A religion with 10 gods isn't closer to monotheism than one with 40. Right? The essential question isn't how many gods, it is anything beyond God. Right? A henotheist who worships one god but believes in a cosmic realm beyond that god is structurally polytheistic. Right? The ceiling exists, the god is constrained. Biblical monotheism removes the ceiling entirely. God's will is absolutely sovereign and free. Nothing precedes it, nothing limits it. A common objection. But the Bible has demons and Satan. Evil forces do exist. Clarification matters here. The devil, as a cosmic evil rival to God, is a much later development, post-biblical, influenced by Persian and Greek thought. The Hebrew Bible's Satan is an adversary or accuser role, not an independent evil deity. In Job, the Satan works for God, testing humans at God's direction. The original framework remains. Evil is moral choice, not cosmic force. Humans bear responsibility. Another objection. Biblical rituals are just copied from pagan neighbors. Right? The formal similarities are real. Israel shared a cultural world with its neighbors. Right? Same harvest festivals, similar temple architecture, comparable sacrificial practices. But form doesn't determine function. Context transforms meaning. A harvest festival celebrating a god's rebirth from death operates in a mythological framework. The same harvest festival commemorating the Exodus operates in a historical framework. The grain is identical, the meaning is revolutionary. The question isn't where did this practice come from, it's what does this practice mean within this worldview. This framework transforms ethics permanently. If evil is a moral choice rather than cosmic force, humans bear full responsibility for their actions. There's no external force to blame, no demon to exorcise, no fate to curse. Right? When Cain kills Abel, God doesn't ask what demon possessed you. Right? He asks, what have you done? The blood of your brother cries out from the ground. This is the weight of biblical monotheism, not just one God, but one source of all being, and you, human, are accountable for your choices within that creation. Right? The elimination of the Metadivine Realm doesn't just change theology, it changes anthropology, it changes ethics, it places moral responsibility squarely on human shoulders with no cosmic escape hatch. Right? When you read biblical texts, notice this pattern. How are magical elements reframed? Power flows from God's will, not ritual compulsion. How is evil presented? As choice confronting you, not force possessing you. How do rituals function? Commemorating history, not celebrating mythology. These aren't random features. They're expressions of a revolutionary worldview, one that eliminated the cosmic ceiling above the divine and placed humans in a universe where their choices genuinely matter. That's the monotheistic revolution, not fewer gods, a different cosmos entirely.